You already know who this is. 1 + 1 Hef. I'm back. Feel this right here. This is. They don't paint pictures, they just don't paint pictures, they don't paint pictures, they don't paint pictures, they don't paint pictures. Hef like Picasso, I paint pictures about running from them cops though. Rags to riches, still tote the Glock though. Nice with chickens, miles away from blocks though. Pussy halls I had it y'all, now I swallow caviar. Youngins used to carry me, now they call me daddy y'all. Paint Rembrandt, see it with them chant. 16 bars complete from a pimp stand. Stay like it, I'm psychic, move like a virus. Hef Billy Ray, all the Miley Cyrus. Forever young entertainment to my arraignment. Spit the type of fire these haters can extinguish. They copy these philosophies, the microphones of Socrates. Mommies lick me sloppily, have to play Monopoly. Y'all play Scrabble, make up words and tattle. Etch a sketch Hef and never sold a capsule. They don't paint pictures, they don't paint pictures, they don't paint pictures, they don't paint pictures, I got you, my nigga. If they knock you, my nigga, I promise I'll send something hot through a nigga. Hef hold you like a whole autumn. Hef don't pull through, then you hold autumn. Life's changed mentally since elementary. Went from hooping at a nap to the penitentiary. We'll win eventually, hand on the Bible, cause God's forgiven me for the grams and the rifles. Forever young's a Navy, this life I live is crazy. My co-defender saved me from going away for 80. When it comes to self, I'm Mr. Me Too. Cause when he scoop a 20, I smoke the green too. When he in the drop, I'm in the V2. When they ask him about them rocks, they ask me too. I told him white money was only Mike money. He took a flight for me, I owe my life, homie. They don't paint pictures, they don't paint pictures, they don't paint pictures, they don't paint pictures, clouds is my roof, powder blue coupe, spin cash like my name is Malou. Then dash, leave street stained in the coupe. Only thing I ever learned, aim it and shoot. Got a lot of problems, no Batman, a lot of Robin. No time for apologizing. Can I breathe oxygen without niggas jocking him? I'm product to the Soxican, my future and impossible. Fuck a lot of chicks, they hate on your dick. Chop a lot of bricks, they hate on your flip. Back in 96, it was Hef, you could spit. And I was like Hef, why you blessed with a gift? Keep 2 L's like Hef Cool J. Never would I feel like B2K. I'm Bishop and Q, running with steel. Brush my shoulders off like I'm telling runners to steal. They don't stomach paint pictures, they don't paint pictures, they don't paint pictures, they don't paint pictures, yeah. They just trace me. You know who you are. This your anthem right here. You can stand up when this come on. You know, rappers these days, they artists, cause they good at tracing. Forever young, forever young, forever young, forever young. Hefner, to Hefner, to Hefner, to Hefner.